Okay, today we are talking about replacing a trolley on a garage door opener. So you can see how herky-jerky and wobbly this one is. The little white wear pads inside the trolley are all worn away. You can replace those, but I prefer just replace the entire trolley. Now, with the door down and the power turned off to the opener, go ahead and release the trolley by pulling down on that red safety cord. And then remove the clevis pin to detach the arm from the old trolley. I'm now going to loosen up the chain, detach the chain from the old trolley. There's a threaded rod with 2 nuts. You have to loosen those 2 nuts. You can see the chain and the cable starting to go slack. We will then detach the master link on the side of the old trolley, which will detach the cable from the trolley. And the master link just looks like a bicycle chain master link. I'd recommend wearing gloves for this procedure because that cable and chain are probably going to be dirty or oily. There, the old trolley's free. I'm going to remove the stop bolts from the front and rear of the center rail. And I'm going to undo the 2 mounting bolts on top of the opener that mount that center rail to the top of the opener, because I will need to scoot that center rail back a few inches to actually slide the old trolley off of the rail. So I'm removing that stop bolt on the front. And then we're going to go ahead and detach and remove the pulley and get the cable out of the way. There you go. Now we'll remove the clevis pin and the round ring that holds that center rail on, and now it's free to move. Slide the old trolley off, slide the new trolley on, and then just reverse your steps. Reattach the clevis pin and the center ring. Put your cable and pulley back through, and then bolt that pulley in place. There's a nut and bolt that hold it on to the rail. There you can see how worn out those white guide pads are, wear pads are in there. So now I'm going to reattach the cable with that master link to the new trolley. Looks good. I'm reattaching that stop bolt also. Now we'll reattach the chain to the new trolley. There's a threaded rod you'd slide through a hole. I found on this new trolley the hole wasn't quite a large enough diameter. So I'm going to take my drill and just gently drill out a little bit of material to allow that threaded rod to slide through the hole. There we go. Then you thread the nut onto the threaded rod. I'm going to start to put a little bit of tension on the chain just to get it going. And I'm using pliers to hold the threaded rod so it doesn't twist while I'm trying to tighten the nut. Next, I'm going to reattach those two mounting bolts that attach the center rail to the opener. Just checking out my hardware. Everything looks good. Now we'll reattach that other stop bolt. Probably didn't need to take that out, but not a big deal. Now I can continue to put tension on my chain. The chain tension, you don't want it super tight, but you also don't want it slack and sloppy and hanging down. So you want to find a happy middle ground. And I'm just reattaching the two pieces of the trolley together. Now I'll reattach the safety pull cord, simple knot. Now I zip tie mine up out of the way. That way a thief can't easily reach in there and pull on that trolley release lever. Just a little security tip for you. And I'm going to add some additional washers to this connecting arm. You saw it was too wobbly and sloppy. So I want to take out some of that play. And there's a simple clevis pin and round ring that hold that connecting arm to the bracket. I believe I ended up adding 2 washers to each side to take up some of that play. Yeah, it feels better now. Yeah, much better. So now we'll reattach the arm to the new trolley. Again with the clevis pin, a round ring. This garage door lubricant. You want to spray it on all your torsion springs up here, all your pivot points, the little pulley. I even put a little bit on top of that center rail. Put a tiny bit on the chain. The chain comes lubed from the factory, but this is a 2005 opener, and I'm recording this video in 2023. So I periodically spray some lubricant on it. I'm just fine-tuning my chain tension. Make sure you spray the wheels, little pulleys, the rails, the wheels, the hinges. Now you can see it opens nice and smooth. It's not wobbling anymore. And it goes down nice and smooth.
Woo!
I hope this information helped. Please like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment or question down below, and thanks for watching.